Hola, you guys. Today we decided to be real outside girls and bust a mission. Where did we drive to?
Little town of Washington.
Hella far, but hella nice.
It's beautiful.
So therapeutic. What was your favorite part?
The water. Jumping in the water.
Badass.
That shit was refreshing.
And I couldn't believe that you could see through the water.
Yeah, it was clear. We learned that Callie's hella good at fucking skipping rocks.
Bro, she really is, though. Alright. So, after our drive and our talk, how do you guys feel about family?
It's I feel like everybody said the whole blood is thicker than water is bullshit, but at the end of the day, you gotta really be there for your family. And a lot of people get upset when you say that because like, oh, that's your family. And fuck the whole blood's thicker than water. But at the end of the day, that's the person that you went through shit with through thick and thin, and they understand you as a person. And that's the only person at the end of that can get you through shit because they know what the fuck you went through. So that's why I feel like family's hella important. That's why I never got while people are like, oh, fuck them. Like, yeah, they're family, but fuck them. You can't be there. You know, you gotta learn boundaries. Yeah, boundaries are important, but at the end of the day, you know, it's what you got.
I love that. I think that's important. Callie?
I feel like you still gotta earn respect with family. Like you can't just
100%.
have that title. Like you gotta be able to earn it.
Yes.
Because people be throwing their titles around.
That part, I think that's so crazy.
Well, I'm your aunt. Yeah, you're my
Period.
aunt. We have boundaries. We're family. I'm still gonna, like I say, people get upset with my dad because my dad wasn't there, and that's why I tell people, I'm like, he's family. I love him. He'll always be family. I don't want to watch him. Everyone's he's doing better for himself. Yeah, he can feed himself. He's good. I want to watch him eat, just not at my table. You know, he can sit with me, but I keep my shit small. You know, I don't want to watch him starve. I do want to see him flourish and be happy. We are family. I do love him, care for him. That's where the boundaries come, though. And that plays into that whole, like, people are like, you know, fuck it, I guess. Just, you know.
No, I agree, and I think that's important because I feel like even as parents, sometimes they go through your boundaries, if that makes sense, because I'm the parent, you know? And I feel like as adults and as we grow and as we're able to learn and communicate and express how we truly feel, I feel like it's important to also maintain that respect.
And you gotta remember too, like, it's their first time on this planet.
Amen.
They're still figuring shit out. Like, you look at your parents for all these answers, and sometimes they don't have them. They're still figuring life out. Like, it's their first time here too. You know, just as much as you know, because you're still learning. They're still learning.
And if there's one thing that you could say that you want to recognize your parents for, what would that be?
Mostly my mom.
What would you tell her?
Proud of her.
I'm proud of her. And
I love
if I
that.
could give anybody in this world anything, I'd give my mom happiness. Like, if you could give somebody like the true like feeling of, she's happy because she has us, right? We're her kids. But her own happiness, like herself.
I love that.
Like to truly flourish and be happy, because that woman has given everything she's ever had and been completely selfless. And everyone's like, she's supposed to. She's a parent. But there's a lot of parents that
aren't like that.
She gave up so fucking much, and I just wish I could give her that back, you know.
That's
all
so
of our
beautiful.
moms.
I agree. I think the same. We come from strong alpha women, go-getters,
And even with all the shit they've been through, they still fucking
Make it happen.
hustle and make it happen. Everything I've ever wanted, even if we couldn't afford it, you knew my mom busted her ass off
I got it.
and get it exactly.
Oh, I love that. I think that's awesome. That's so beautiful. Now, reflecting back, obviously, we never asked for the path that we end up on. How do you feel reflecting growth-wise? Both of you guys, do you feel like it shaped you to be more independent? Do you feel you're more aware of certain things?
I feel like it made me stronger.
Okay.
I learned from it, but I don't let it define me. Like
I love that.
A product.
I let
You
it
don't want to
grow,
be a
like,
product. Yeah.
it's a lesson.
Growing up, I was extremely resentful towards my mom, and I was very angry with her because I didn't agree with a lot of the shit she did. Because to me, I was like, well, you could have done this, you could have done that, and I hated that I had to help raise my siblings, and I didn't go, but like I didn't go, and I was always financially helping and everything. So I just was so resentful towards her until I got older, and I started like paying bills and getting my own place. That I really do have so much respect for that woman. 'Cause I don't have kids.
Yeah.
I could not imagine having 3 kids and having to do the shit I do now. I don't live check to check, like I live happy, but I'm like, damn, I couldn't imagine making my money and taking care of kids. That shit's crazy.
No, that's facts. Now, as young adults, right now, can you see yourself with kids?
I want them, yes, but there's a lot
I
of
want
generational shit I gotta break with myself first that I inherited through just growing up, that I have to get myself, because I'm very insecure and I don't have love for myself. So I know if I have a kid, I'm gonna project a lot of the feelings that
Why
I
do you feel
have.
that way?
I think it's just the way growing up I was never secure, because I never had a foundation. I didn't feel stable.
Okay.
So I was always scared of like, where are we gonna end up? What's gonna happen? Just always just anxious.
What's next?
All the
exactly.
time.
Like I want to
Very,
be able to have a kid.
what's
with somebody.
next? And I don't want that. I want to have the stability and a platform to be able to raise like a healthy family. And I'm also open to the fact that, yeah, a lot of families don't make it, and if that happens to be unfortunately the case with me, I don't want to be in the situation like our parents were in, where it's not an unhealthy like split up, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's toxic. I want it to be to where even if my partner and I aren't together, that it's still healthy for our kid, and we can be like peaceful and adults about it.
I love that.
And
So
I
you can
feel like
healthy
that's why,
co-parent.
in order to do that, I have to love myself and be secure with myself first, and not, because I have a lot of pent up just anger and a lot of things I have to deal with because I don't know how to cope in a healthy way. Like me, I get money and I spend it because
You're like Dita.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not
It's
healthy.
okay.
It's
No,
not,
it's, yeah,
because
it's
I'm like,
okay.
fuck
But
it,
you're learning, you're acknowledging it, and
I
that's
use it as
growth.
an excuse. I'm like, fuck it, I deserve this because I didn't have it, you know. And that also like,
But that's a
it's-
childhood trauma.
It's self-inflicting though. At the same time, is like jokingly I went for a checkup, and the doctor, she's like, "Do you self-harm?" And as a joke, I was like, "Well, financially." And she laughed it off and was like, "No, that's an actual way of like, that's self-harm. It's like coping. It's like for trauma. People will spend money that they don't have and everything because they try to make up for a feeling that they didn't have as kids." And I had to think about it. I was like, "Fuck, she was right. God damn it."
Yeah.
So I was trying to be funny because that's the way I cope. Is I try to like joke about things, which I also.
I think that's why we're hilarious. Not gonna lie.
We're fucking funny.
Because, bro, I'm so serious. Like, shit that would break people doesn't break us, and I feel like we have to give ourselves credit for that
And
also.
it's so dumb because I'll talk to friends that actually come from like loving homes and shit, just about a basic thing that I'm like, I thought was funny. Or,
Yeah.
like, I thought was cool as a kid, and they're like, you need to talk to somebody. I'm like, what
You're
are
all,
you-
wait, it's not normal?
I was like, you're what?
Not
Did
y'all?
it happen to you? What? And I'm like, but to see families that come from homes that are actually like, yeah, they're not perfect. No family's
No one
perfect.
is,
But
yeah.
the ones that are like my homies where they are together, and I do go to their house, and you feel love like it's a home.
I
I'm
love
like,
that.
I become a jealous little bitch instantly.
Oh, it shouldn't be jealous. It should just be like hope.
Yeah,
You know, like,
exactly. But me, I'm a hater.
oh
but
my
I
God,
admit
don't be a
that I'm
hater. Hey, it's okay. At least you can say that.
No, I'm honest. I'll tell somebody, I'm like, listen, I'm only talking shit and hating because I'm jealous, but I do love you. Well, fuck your happy family.
I'm fucking weak. Hey, at least you can acknowledge that. That's good. Callie, how about you?
I feel like I need to have a baby with the right person. Like, I don't want my kids to grow up questioning what love is supposed to look like because I never seen like pure unconditional love to my parents, and I don't want to have them like take that and then get into relationships later on that like cause them hurt. Like, I want them to know like what real love feels like first.
No, I love that, and I think that's good. Okay, I have a really serious question for the both of you. With both of your guys' parents, you guys have dealt with step-parents. How do you feel as a child with divorced parents, with step-parents, with, you know, both situations?
It depends on the person. My mother is a very sweet lady. With that being said, my mom went through a lot of shit growing up. So she's never seen a healthy family, and my mom just loves to be loved, and she's very trusting. So my mom would move through relationships quick and move in with people quickly. And when she would do that, you wouldn't get to see who the person is until after we moved in. Which put us through a lot of shit growing up because we've ended up with like asshole-ass step-parents.
Yeah.
But there are true good step-parents. Like Chris it's the one that raised me before he passed away. I tell everybody Chris is my dad.
Aw.
And that's because he stepped in and he acknowledged right away, like, I'm not going to be their dad, but I want to be there for them. And then after my dad had left, Chris really stepped in and took me and Sissy in as his own kids and would tell everybody his kids. And he was the sweetest person. And that's the first time in my life I've ever seen pure, unconditional love. Him and
Love
my
that.
mom, they never fought.
Aw.
They never had one argument. And
Yeah.
the thing is with my mom, she would tell him something one time, like, she had asked him, she's like, do you ever think about me? And he's like, I think about you all the time. And she was like, well, I would like to know that you think about me. Maybe, like, text me or just flowers or something. And after it took one time, that man was so open to everything. After that, she'd get texts all the time. I was thinking about your work today. I love you. Come home with flowers.
Aw.
You would never have to tell that man something twice. And he was very open and very willing to. You have to have somebody that when you're with someone, you don't change them completely,
Yeah.
but you want somebody that's open to like changing their comfort zone.
I love that.
And when you're with someone, you shouldn't want to change them as a person. You
Right.
should never be with somebody that wants to change you as a person, but you also don't want to be with someone
You're
that
stuck.
is so stubborn
Yeah.
and doesn't want to have at least a little bit of like change, like
Yeah.
little things.
No,
Like,
I
well,
agree.
grandma and grandpa will go out of his way to do things for grandma, little things. And
Uh-huh.
grandpa's very like acts of service type of love language.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And I think it's adorable because watching them, yeah, they bicker and everything, but when you actually watch them, they do little things for each other throughout the day that's really fucking cute.
Yeah.
Like, they are
Coffee in the morning.
adorable.
No, I think they hella love each other.
And that's the thing is people see love as you have to constantly show affirmation and signs of love all the time, but you don't because they're comfortable with each other. And it's little things. Like, he doesn't have to go out and buy her flowers all the time to show her I love her. Like, what is that, love bomb? Like,
Yeah.
constantly. It's little things you do for that person because you love them. I've never understood why people do this, but people do it. And it's happened with a lot of the people, like step parents that I've had,
Mm-hmm.
the type of people my mom ended up with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I did this for you. I always hated a person that does that.
I
If
agree.
you're going to do something for someone, don't ever expect anything back. You do it out of the pureness
Kindness of your heart.
and the kindness of your heart. And you do it because you love that person and you want to do something for somebody.
Yes.
Don't ever fucking do anything for someone if you're doing it because you want something back or
Period.
you want to throw it in their face later.
Yes.
That is a trait that people have and it's nasty and it is not good to have in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because a relationship is balance,
Period.
honestly. And you should be with somebody, because people do grow, but you should be with somebody, especially when you have children, that you can grow with.
I love that. That's a
And
good
grow
answer.
as a family together in a unit. You can't be with somebody that wants to do their own thing just for them purely and only cares about their journey. You want
Mhm.
somebody that's going to, yeah, you're doing something that you want to do for you, but you want somebody that's like a cheerleader for you. Like, yeah, we're on different paths of life, but I'm going to be there for you and I'm going to support you. It can't be oh, we're on different paths, I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing, and I'm only going to help you if it helps my thing.
Yeah.
It's selfish. That's
No.
why people gotta find people that you support each other. It's literally a support system.
Uh-huh.
When you have a family with kids and everything, it's a support system.
Yeah.
That's why it takes two people to make a kid, because it takes two people to raise a kid.
Love that.
It's a team effort all the way through, and even if it doesn't work with your biological parents and they do end up with somebody else, it's still, no matter what, it's a team effort. You gotta
Yeah.
work together.
No, I agree. Callie?
I don't know. I feel like my mom never really had a lot of step parents.
No, that's good.
Put in my head at the time, like, you have to accept them in just because of the fact that she's with them.
But now that you're
But
older.
now I'm older, it's like I respect you for being with her, making her happy, but
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like I really need to like build a connection.
No, I respect that. I like the honesty. I feel like you can definitely have love for someone, but I feel like, that whole respect thing, like, you got to get
It
to know them.
grows,
You have
like
to
with
have your own
grandma.
relationship. Yeah. No, I hear you guys. I love that.
Because when Grandpa came in, the boys were like 14, 15, and then look at them now.
Yeah.
Because they hated Grandpa when he first met Grandma, and they
Yeah.
didn't get along, and they fought because they're teenagers, and like,
Right.
who's this man with my mom? But if you see him now, they're like, oh, Grandpa, that's Grandpa Dahmer, or like,
Yeah.
that's my stepdad, like, that's my dad, he's, gotta really grow that. Like,
You gotta earn that title.
You gotta earn it. Being
I
a
agree.
stepdad is your title's dad. You gotta.
Right.
It's fatherly. You can't force a fatherly relationship that grows. It's a bond.
Yeah.
It's something that doesn't. Oh, you're dating my mom. You're my dad now.
Yeah, no.
It really does take time, and it takes a special person.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I love that. So could you see yourself as ever being a step parent?
Oh fuck yeah! I love
Yeah.
kids.
Oh, I love that. You too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Because if I
dope.
love that person, I should accept what they come with.
Yeah.
And like that's like a part of them. So
It's
I
just an
said,
extra person in the family to love. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. That's beautiful.
I never believed in titles like that either, though. Like the half sister.
Yeah, I don't say that.
No, like that's my sister. Like with Jade,
Period.
that's my sister.
Yeah.
Like that's my full on. I never liked the whole title things. I'm like, well, this is my stepsister. No, that's my family. She's family forever.
Yeah.
Like even if our parents aren't together anymore, I'm like, that's my sister. We grew up together. You
No,
know.
I love that. Yeah, I agree. Y'all had that bond, and like you guys grew up together, so that is your sister. Oh, I love that. Well, thank you for being honest and vulnerable. I love that. I feel like it's so important to have these conversations, and I feel like our generations, our elders have taught us to water it down, and I think these are very healthy conversations
Everything
that
back-
need to be held.
Everything back then's about saving face in your image, and everybody was like, don't talk about it, you know, because it's embarrassing, because you want to uphold an image.
Yeah.
But we're in a generation now where everybody's so like open and you can talk about it, but the older generation's kind of like, that's family secrets.
Yeah.
Keep those like to yourself.
Yeah.
But now we're in a point where like even seeing therapy and shit like that, everyone's like, oh, like you need help. Like it's frowned upon by the older.
Yeah. I always think that's crazy, but you know, their mindset. I feel like you are a product of your environment.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I definitely. I'm so proud of the young women both of you are.
Dude, I know.
Very strong, young, independent ladies, go-getters, and you know, I feel like we all have had hell of a ride, and you guys still ended up on top, and you guys are gonna grow and be more successful, and
No other way but up.
period. Literally. All right, I love y'all. We will talk to y'all later.